Well, it's mid-April. Weather's getting warm outside, and this year's hatches are off to a very strong start, and they're looking very healthy this year. The last round, my third round, is on the ground, and they're all learning the ropes. The parents and babies are burning through this feed, and it's absolutely amazing to me how much food, supplements, and grit they eat to keep up with the demands of breeding and raising all these late rounds. With third round on the ground, this means that the second round is ready to ship off to the races. I've been on the lookout for any health concerns, and luckily this year so far, I've had zero problems. I don't know about any of you, but for me, the breeding season is exciting and always full of hopes of breeding some really good performers. I also daydream about the future races that they'll be competing in the hopes of some standout athletes. There's always a dream of winning, and sometimes those dreams fade and don't come to fruition. But as luck would have it, this year, my dreams have actually come true. I participated in a yearling one loft race called Spring Break and had an unbelievable finish. In the next video, I'm going to go into details, but for now, I couldn't have hoped for any better results. And I'm very tickled and very grateful for the stellar results of this one bird that I bred. But for now, let's get into today's tasks and get these birds ready to send off.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Chris with Treasure Loft Racing Pigeons. Today I am going to load up a whole bunch of birds, driving them up to a friend's house so that he can fly them in the Ogden Club for me this year. Super nice of him to do that. So Russ, thanks. I appreciate you taking some birds of mine so we can get some tested and hopefully have some success. So what I've done is I've picked out the ones that are going. I just have fed them this morning. They're getting a big drink of water. And then, instead of shipping them, I live about an hour away from this guy, so I'm just going to drive them over to him. It's lots better for the birds. So, all right, let's gather up these birds and get the show started.
By this point, this is about the third, maybe fourth time they've been in a crate. By no means are they used to being in here. They still get stressed out. But one of the things I'm going to do, I think a little more often, is bring the crate into the loft, put it on the floor, open the door, and put their feet inside the crate so when they eat, they get used to eating inside the crate. What do you guys do when you're training your pigeons before they get sent off to one loft race? Put in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys do. Any little tips or tricks? A little stinker escaped right when I tried to put him in there. We got him. So I've heard that the first time pigeons get in their crate and get driven someplace, they can actually get nauseous and sick to their stomach from the motion that they're not used to. Do you guys know if that's actually true? I've never seen them get sick, or not that I can tell anyway. But I'm curious if you guys have any experience that would suggest that they actually do get a little motion sick the first time they experience a car ride. Alright guys, we have arrived at my friend's house to drop off the birds. I wanted to give you a quick tour of his loft and see his setup. I really like it, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, let's take a look at his loft and see the birds that we're dropping off. Alright, so in his loft we've got different sections. This is the first section of young birds. They're all out in the aviary right now. And this is the next section. Got some more young birds in here, 2 teams of young birds. The next section is a breeding section. This is his breeding section. Got all his breeders in here, his nest boxes. Nice setup. For his flooring, he's got the metal grates. Next section, this is his old bird team. Again, metal grates. This goes out to his aviary. And then he's got a couple of breeding boxes here on the end where he puts some of his breeders that he wants to isolate from the others. Look at that beautiful red hen. Good looking birds. Same thing down here. Got a pair getting ready to lay a last round. Late hatch. And we got feed, supplies, boxes, vitamins, minerals, all the good stuff. Super nice design. Got lots of great airflow up here. You can see this fan. When it gets hot, we just flip this on and create some airflow. This one comes in. The one down at the far end down there blows out. Keeps the air moving. And then up at the top corner, the roof is open so that air escapes. What I really like is actually outside. I know a lot of you guys have done this, but the outside for the aviary, he's got a batting cage. So there's the landing board for the young bird team. Over there he's got the crate attached to the loft so he can actually load them up from over there. Just open that and they all load into the crate, so much easier. He's got his bath pans, a little place for him to hang out on, fly from, to get into the landing board, just like that.
like everybody, we have a ton of hawk problems around here, so he has to have this basically to have his birds out. Even with this, he says that the loft gets attacked frequently. A hawk will come down and try and land on the pigeons and just hit the net, kind of bounce off. But yeah, super nice. I love this setup. One of the things I like is on the ground he's got this rock, and when the birds crap all over it, it kind of disintegrates and just goes in there, so he never has to clean this area. Super easy maintenance free setup. And then over on the other side there's another landing board for his old team, and he just doesn't need the batting cage over there. So yeah, anyway, just a quick little look at his loft. Big shout out to you, Russ. I appreciate you taking the time and effort to race some of these birds for me in the Ogden Club and Combine. I appreciate it. Very cool setup. Very kind of you to race my birds for me. All right, let's go take a look at the birds that I'm dropping off. Closing this door so that if any of these get out in this hallway, I don't lose them. All right. Open up the crate. Come on, little ones. Come on. So I've got 15 birds that we are racing with Russ. There they are. Good. That's all of them. Really looking forward to seeing these guys race this year. Look at these beautiful black birds. Gorgeous. And these guys can go right out into the batting cage outside when it's time for them to settle. Good luck, babies. Got our dropper bird back there, a little roller. Or frill of some kind. I don't know what breed that is, but. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Appreciate you watching. I will keep an update on these guys as they start their training and the race season. Wish me luck. Gotta love Utah traffic. There is always heavy traffic, and there is always construction slowing everything down. Then on top of it, Utah people, we all drive crazy. Some people drive normal speed, and then like those guys on the left, they all drive crazy speed. It's always an adventure when you get on the road here in Utah. Alrighty guys, I hope you all have a great season. All your birds perform well. And it's a ton of fun for everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.